In this video, I'll be breaking down another one of my NCAA wrestling matches, and I'm excited to give you guys some tips and tricks on how I became a 3-time national champion. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it.
Pacing, ready to roll. As you can see, this guy's pretty jacked. Me, skinny young buck. Good crowd. Little Eminem for the walkout. First to the line, ready to scrap. All right, let me fast forward here. Oh. Hold up. My bad. All right. Let's get into it. All right, so you see me right leg lead. Let's stop real quick. Right leg lead. Left leg lead. He's starting off low, down, hand on the mat. Good positioning. You know, for me, oftentimes I'll start off with my right leg lead from the jump on the line, but then I like to switch to left leg lead to right away. So I shoot with my right hand generally from the open, but I like to tie up with my right hand and shoot with my left hand from tie-ups. So a lot of times I'm going to switch lead legs off the whistle, and then I'm going to reach right hand collar tie first. As you can see in these videos, I'm probably reaching and just grabbing the head a lot. You know, later in my career, I stopped doing that because I don't feel it was as sound of a position as posting the forehead, posting the shoulder first, which is what I teach now. Always post the shoulder, post the head first. And I think, you know, if you continue to watch with me on these breakdowns, we'll be able to you'll be able to see that evolution. So, yeah, little positional insight before the whistle even has been blown. There it is, left hand to the collar tie. He's trying to stay inside. He's staying low, looking shot. Comes right up into an underhook. So I know he also likes underhooks. He throws a decent amount, but I'm comfortable in overhooks, and I think I'm a better thrower. So I'm ready to lock up if he wants it. Quick ankle pick. Let's see how I get into that. So, as you can see, he's controlling right hand collar tie, which, you know, is fine, but I'm fighting inside with my right hand, right? So he's kind of trying to control both sides. I'm kind of trying to get to my right hand collar tie, and I know as soon as I get to my right hand collar tie, I can give a big snap with my left arm on his collar tie and get right to that ankle pick. One of my favorite shots. So you can see I get to my collar tie, I snap his arm off, and then as I snap, I get to that ankle. And now what's really important here, right? You know, I think one thing that separated me from a lot of guys is how often I finished my shots, right? If I was on the leg, there's a good chance I was finishing. And I say good as an understatement. It was very, very high. I would say over 90% of the shots over 90% of the time when I had the leg, I would finish. My left knee's down, right? My right knee's coming down. Watch how I get the corner. Boom. What we missed right there, that happened pretty quickly, was my right arm. So left arm catches the heel, all right? I'm swinging to get the corner, and then immediately my right arm goes to the far knee, okay? This eliminates the scramble. Even if I don't finish this here, that's the right move. You know, just trying to get to that far leg, collect both right away as quickly as you can. If I just am comfortable grabbing the leg and staying on the leg, then I just give this guy more opportunity to get into a good position where he's going to be able to defend and scramble and stuff. So I'm always trying to collect both legs right away if I can. So he scrambles, does a good job, but I get back to the shelf. And I can hear Coach Kale yelling, "Shelf, shelf." But look, I'm continuously moving behind him, I never stop, I never reset, and let him, you know, get into a better position until I get to where I want to be, which is leg shelved and trying to collect this back leg. Run it down. There's two. All right. From top position, look at one hand down low, thigh pry, other hand's up top, so controlling his lower body and upper body. And I like the pressure with my foot right around his shin, or excuse me, right around his calf, knee, being able to like wrap that there and wrap my knee around it. It gives me a little it allows this dude, or it allows me to have time because he can't explode as quickly when I do that. I also know where I'm at, going out of bounds, no worries. Back to the center, 2-0, first period. Set up, arms inside, right to the pry. All right, he's grabbing my headgear. And he's out. Back on my underhook, controlling the elbow here. Looking throw by. Back on my collar tie. He likes this position. I like it too, and I got better shots, so, I feel comfortable here. Double leg, throw by. All right, let's go back and look at that. All right, so here we see he shoots from no setup, way out. Still, he's an athlete, right? This guy's a good athlete, so he gets to my leg, right? He's not in deep, but what you can't see is my right arm is going to be inside his other arm. You'll be able to see when I hit play again because I throw him by. But, overall, me being in good position here, moving my feet, allows me time when he shoots to be able to sprawl, get my hips back, underhook. In addition to the fact that, he just didn't set anything up. He just shot from the open for no reason, right? Like there was nothing that would have allowed him to finish that shot other than just being a better athlete than me, which, he's not. So I slide to that underhook and then immediately wrap deep around the waist. He tries to hook my head, but I get behind him. Up 4-1 now, still first period. Know where you're at always. I can let him stand up, but we're out of bounds. Minute 20 left in the first period. 43 seconds of riding time. So, this is dominant control of the match so far. Covering the hips. He's really in a ball, which makes it hard for him to ride. So I'm just kind of waiting for my opportunity to extend him. Looking claw. Keeping my shin down on his foot so he can't explode, and he has a nice sit out, gets out, and we're scrambling, moving, no points there. Let's go back over that. All right, so he has a nice explosive sit out here. I go to chop, he sits out. I immediately get to my underhook. My hands stay on him, right? And I know, look where his arm is, okay? So his arm's on my back, right? Anytime a guy's arm's on your back, you have underhook, easy throw by. You have no risk to try to get to the legs here. He can't do anything to defend against this, and you really have a great opportunity to attack the leg, attack the body, attack the far leg, whatever it is. So if you see here, I throw it by, I reach for that far leg, a little too fast for the camera so they can't get over there, but I'm trying to get a grip on it, and he kicks out, and we're scrambling out of bounds. No points. 4-2. Pull and circle. Coach Kale's yelling at me. Pull and circle. Good advice. So he's saying pull and circle, that's a snap. So when he's saying pull and circle, which I'm not doing for whatever reason, is, let's rewind a little quick. So right here, collar tie right hand, over tie with my left, his right leg's back, his left leg's forward. If I'm going to pull and circle to set up my shot, I'm going to want to circle to my right, so I'm going to want to circle away from his back leg, right? I want to circle his back leg forward, and I want to pull on his head, right? Which I'm not doing, So that was something that you'll see me do it a lot later, or a lot bit more and a lot better later in my career. But right here, I'm basically just winning because I'm a little better than this guy. I don't feel like I'm tactically doing anything too special here. I'm just able to fire off some shots and been able to outmaneuver him. But positionally, I don't feel like anything I'm doing is super spectacular. The coaches are calling for positions, but I'm not really, I'm just doing my thing, which I'm a young kid, so frustrating to watch, but it is what it is. Decent snap. High C, I block it with the underhook again. Looking probably stalemate here. I slide to underhook with my left. This is the position that we've been hanging out in the whole match. Collar tie, and I'm just snapping it. I don't know. Overall, not much going on there aside from the shots. So 4-2, I got probably a minute in riding time. Second period, he's on bottom. He's probably going to sit out again. It seems like this guy likes to sit out. So if I go chop, he's probably going to sit out. So, knowing that, I should probably just stay inside. There he is, trying to sit out, but I'm looking claw, inside wrist. Yeah, there it is, sit out. Oop, trapping that far wrist. Keeping weight on his hands. He's trying to fight my hands. And I let him go. Him being a left leg lead, I'm really looking for that ankle pick. Looking for it pretty consistently, especially because he's giving up that right hand collar tie really easy. He likes the left hand collar tie. He hasn't really threatened me with any super dangerous shots. I extend myself a little bit here. And we're back to 50-50 position. 4-3 is the score. I'm not doing much, honestly. All right, now Coach Keaton is really telling me pull circle, pull circle. So let's see what I do. Let's see if I listen to him or if I'm going to be a dummy. Let him collar tie me again. I don't know why. I don't know. I just feel like I'm so freaking... I didn't even know nothing about wrestling at this point. I'm just doing whatever. There's no position. There's no it's just wrestle. Nothing really going on in my head. So a lot of hanging out, looking for the same shot. He might try to jack me up here. Let's see what he does. Hanging out in double unders. I think he's content at this point. He's excited that the match is close. Coach Keaton now he's wanting me to get to his left ankle, and I haven't been able to get back to that cross ankle pick, so he's looking for me to pull and circle to my left, which I haven't been doing. So 4-3, third period, I'm out very quickly. Duck under and another takedown. So let's see here. Let's break that down. So let's talk about positioning on bottom. All right. You can see me set up. Ankles are tucked. Back is curved. I'm ready to explode. I'm ready to go. This position from bottom signals I'm ready to work. when you see, again, I pointed this out in one of my early breakdowns, but that flat back, that means you're ready to sit there and chill. But for now, it looks like, especially for me, I know I have riding time, so I want to keep that minute, and I want to be able to get out explosively. So off the whistle, I'm moving, I look switch, and then again, another position I'm comfortable in, double overhooks. So I get back to my double overs, and going to try to, at this point, sprawl my hips away and get my one. So I got my one here now, and immediately he's kind of backing up. So the overhook doesn't really do much good when he's backing up, so I want to pummel inside to my underhook. The reason that overhooks don't do much when they're backing up, it's just their arms are inside, they can block your hips. To score with overhooks, you need hips in. I mean, you can hit firemen's when their hips are out, but you don't even really want them way out. So for me, anytime the guy's hips are out on overhooks, I want to pummel inside. He looks duck, but he leaves his arm up, and I throw him by. So let's go through that again. My weight's underneath me here, right? He has an underhook on the right side. I have collar tie on. He has underhook on his right. I have a collar tie on his left. He's going to look to duck me, but we're going to watch his left arm here. He ducks, his left arm comes up, right? It's also not a great duck because I was able to react quick enough to get back because my weight wasn't moving forward too much. It was just right over my hips. So now here, his arm's out, and that's going to give me a good opportunity to throw him by here with my right side underhook. Boom, throw it by. He tries to hold on to my head, but it's not going to work. He has nothing, so get my two. All right, so big momentum shift in the match. We went into the third period in a 1-point match, 4-3. I immediately escape, 5-3. Immediate takedown, 7-3. And lock riding time. So we're at 8-3 now, all within 5 seconds. We go from a 1-point match to 5, and these are the type of things, beginning of the period, end of the period, great opportunities to score. Most time people are still taking that break mentally when from period to period, and they're not back in it, right? So if you're ready to scrap, you can take advantage of those, 15 to 30 seconds at the beginning of the period, and it's the same thing at the end when people want to coast. Keeping him down on his belly. I should probably be cutting him here, trying to go for a major. He's stalling, but I'm not really working too hard to turn. I should have just cut him right away. Little trip, claw tilt. Oh, close. All right, so I'm going to break this down quick. I did this a lot when I was a freshman, but you can't do it anymore. It's illegal. They made it illegal because of me, because I was getting a lot of people in it. I never hurt anybody from it, but for some reason the refs don't like this one. So, but I'll break it down quick for us anyways, even though I cannot do this. Boom. Sit. I want to get that foot all the way to the far other foot. And, a lot of people, they made this move illegal because some people were hurting people's knees. But if you want to do this correctly, you actually won't hurt their knee. If you hurt their knee, it's going to make it even harder on you because you're having to fight all the ligaments in their knee. But if you can just bring them straight back to their butt from here, well, then you can get your near fall. But, as you can see, I didn't get any. Oh, I did get near fall. I got a quick 2 count. So that was a quick count. So let's see here. 1 1,000, 2 1. It was really close. And I got it. So now we're 10-3. I'm up 7, up 8 with riding. No, up 9-3 plus riding time. Now I got to cut him. I got to cut him and get my This year. Back to my lefty underhook. It's been good for me so far this match. Throw him by, get my 2. Nice, good mat return. All right, 35 seconds left. I have the major. So let's go over real quick how we got here. So let me rewind it a little more. All right, so a couple things really important. I'm cutting him. I need to keep my hands on this guy. So anytime we're cutting someone, hands got to stay on him, and don't let this guy breathe. I don't want any pressure on him. So I don't do it. Coach Kale's yelling hands on him. I get right to my underhook. Again, let's see here. Let's see where his hand's at. So right here, what I'm paying attention to in the underhook, where my opponent's hand is, right? You can see on the mouse where I'm pointing to. If he's making a fist and putting it in my armpit, I'm not able to leverage that. But right now, he doesn't have anything blocking me. He just has his finger. So easy throw by. Throw it by, boom. Got my 2. And now I'm thinking I need to cut him again for some reason. I don't know what the score is. Terrible awareness. But he starts to sit up. I'm up by 8, I believe, right now. And then I realize, oh, I need to keep this guy down for the next 30 seconds. So I drop right to the legs, mat return him, keep him on his belly. I need to keep him down, but Coach Kale didn't know the score, so he was telling me to let him go, and then I realized it was 11-4. I was up 7, plus I have 1 for my riding time. So I need to keep him down and get this 8-point major decision. So right now I'm just thinking claw. Okay, a couple positional things here. One hand on the claw, other hand on the pry. Notice my front leg wraps, but I keep my foot behind. This is going to allow a lot of control on this leg, and look how tight my back knee is. First off, I'm driving from the bottom of my foot, keeping my back knee tight. That way, even if he does explode crazy and gets out, and I lose control with my arms, I'm going to be able to pinch with my knees and at least keep his leg. So, ideally, I want to get this guy down to the mat, get him on his knees, but positionally, there's a lot of control points right here. We can look 1, claw, 2, pry, 3, front knee, 4, front foot, 5, back thigh, and then obviously my point that's on the ground that's driving, that's kind of pressing everything forward. Get him down to his belly. Keep him down, mat return, keep my claw, and major decision. Tough opponent. Nothing really, in my opinion, too special out in this match. Maybe a couple good cues from the underhook, and I think if anything, just learning to pull more, pressure, pull, snap, those type of things. Too much sitting around and relying on athleticism to get these takedowns, which, I'm going to beat most guys with, but that's not good wrestling. That's just physical attributes, right? Like, if we want to wrestle well, it's all about position. So hopefully I get better. I think I do at least, but yeah, all good. See y'all next time.